Hi guys, today I want to talk about cyber attacks and the lack of ability to protect ourselves from these cyber attacks. And we're going, we're going to be going off a report from a company called Armis, who recently released a report about cyber attacks. I will put the link to that in the description of this video. Guys, don't forget to like and follow if you're enjoying my videos, guys, and please leave a comment. So, for those of you who've been following this channel and our other channels for quite a while, one of the main concerns I have, about the UK, especially when people talk about, is the UK going to be attacked? I say, yeah, you know what, we're being attacked all the time, and the main attack is coming from cyber. So this can happen quite a lot of ways, and that's the reality of it. It's so varied, the amount of different ways to attack a company or a person online. It's unbelievable. Now, what I want to do is I want to focus on the report that was released. But what I will say additionally to that report is a lot of our undersea cables, the fibre optic cables that link the UK to the United States, everybody knows where they are, and in 2022 there was a big Russian naval exercise right over those cables. So did the Russians go down there and plant some sort of trolling device on there so they can see our internet traffic? Nobody knows, we don't know, nobody's going to go down there, I don't think, and start searching these cables. But that's the reality of cyber warfare. What do they want to achieve? Well, from my other channel, I've said this quite a lot. The main thing they want to achieve is a bank run. They want to achieve financial instability. That's kind of the golden standard for these cyber attacks. But as we're going to go to now, guys, I'm going to give you some really alarming information that what this report has, uncovered. So this is for last year, and I'll just read this, guys. So larger organisations with more complex networks seem to be prime targets, as 32% of organisations with 1,750 to 1,999 employees report experiencing more than 2 breaches. So last year, there was 32% of companies experienced a cyber attack with those numbers. That's a huge amount. That's like just shy of 1/3 of all companies of that size reported a cyber attack. Now, to break it down, the main areas of business that were attacked were financial services, which reported 41% of their breaches. Medical, healthcare and pharmaceuticals were 37% of the breaches. And government public sector were 30% of the breaches. So that's the reality of the UK at the moment, and the cyber attacks inward to the UK. It's really interesting, and it just I guess it just proves what I was saying, that these foreign adversaries, they're wanting to target our financial systems. Now, I know people say, oh, but what's that mean? What's that matter? Well, think about as we move forwards, everybody's wanting to digitalise. We're wanting digital currency. Nobody carries cash anymore. It could get to a stage where as soon as, people start having these bank runs and people start thinking, hey, do you know what? My mobile phone, I can't pay with this anymore, so I'm going to carry cash. And then a lot of people start going to the banks to try and collect their cash. Well, guess what? The banks do not have your money. The banks don't have enough money to pay everybody the money that's in there. That's just the harsh reality of it. So what will happen in this case? And this is what, these foreign adversaries, this is what they're wanting to achieve. They're wanting people to be unsatisfied with their digital payments, and they're wanting them to take money out of the bank. That will create a bank run, because the people who are taking their money out first, kind of like the crazy loo roll incident that we saw in 2020, the people who get there first, they will get their money out. But the people who are at the back of the queue, they won't get their money out. So once this happens to one bank, it's going to happen to every bank, because everybody's going to be running to their banks. And, it's kind of like we're balancing on the edge of a knife with these financial systems, because they're so fragile, and people don't realise that, I think I read a report, and I think it said if 10% of all people in the UK took out their money from the banks, you know, all the banking systems would collapse because they don't have enough cash, they don't keep enough cash to be able to give it people. So the people who are at the front of the queue, they'll be able to get their cash. But the people at the back of the queue won't be able to get their cash. So that will just make people want to go quick and it will just cascade out of control. Absolutely insane, guys. Guys, that is what I think, and I just wanted to get that out there with the cyber attacks. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is a bank run imminent?